Welcome back, subscribers, and hello YouTube viewers. On this occasion we're up to part 5 on our tour of Croatia. Now, we were still in the town called Senj, and we were looking for an abandoned building of sorts to explore, and sure enough we found one, and it's even listed on Google Maps, and you can even do a street view of it where we went. Now, when we got there, I wasn't sure exactly what it was. We generally just drove around, not really doing any search whatsoever, and my son picked it as being a motel. So he knew more about it than I did. And once we got there, he was out the car as quick as he could and went exploring, where I was a bit timid and tentatively sort of walked around making sure and yelling at him to make sure he was careful where he put his feet. Nonetheless, this place was absolutely thrilling for us. We love doing abandoned buildings. Once we got here, we made sure that we weren't trespassing in any way. And as you can see, there is absolutely no signs to indicate that we shouldn't be there. And if you do a Google search of this place via Google Maps, you'll see links to other people talking about coming here and exploring themselves. Now, this place is approximately a 20-minute drive from that town called Senj that we spent a few days at, and it's in another town called Senjska Draga. Now, I've probably pronounced that pretty badly, but nonetheless, that's the closest town to this location. So here we go. This is the information I found. These are the ruins of a motel and restaurant. It was once called Vratnik Motel, and it is located in a town called Senjska Draga, and it is a 20-minute drive east of Senj, and it's up the mountainside. According to the online comments, it had been on sale since 2009 and has changed owners a few times, the latest being to a company called Ergasia. I hope I pronounced that right. In 2020, and they bought it for 1.6 million Croatian kunas, and that equates to about 329,000 Australian dollars. Now, it doesn't seem much, but once you see the view you have from this location, you realise that could be quite cheap if you were able to fix it up. Nonetheless, they had planned to build a large motel before COVID, and however, to date, there are no signs of any work being commenced, and it's probably get progressively worse, as you can see. Now, this motel was one of the most beautiful ones in Croatia, with the best possible views, and was a popular motorist and traveller stop. For years, there were still examples of the former Yugoslavian retro style fittings and fixtures to the building, but slowly these were all vandalised or stolen. You can walk around, but you've really got to be careful and use caution, as there is broken glass everywhere. There's nails protruding from floorboards that were ripped up, and they're also missing handrails. So when you climb some of the stairs, some of those steps look a bit rickety, even though they're made out of concrete. It's not that dangerous, but obviously caution and common sense is required. Just note that where you walk and where you put your hands, that everything is structurally sound. My son, as you can see, that doesn't seem to concern him. He just goes straight through. He does use caution, and he's got a lot of sort of history behind him, as our family does have a building and construction background, and as a small kid he's spent a fair bit of time on building sites, so he knows what to look for and how to be cautious. Once you navigate safely around the interior, the views are still absolutely spectacular.
More toilets. I keep thinking this looks more like a tourist sort of lookout point over the Adriatic coast, and maybe a truck stop. Maybe we'll go around the back, see maybe it could be just a petrol station, but with scenic view. I don't think you could sleep here, but who knows? There's a way to the back here which we passed, and that looks like a giant bar that we're at. This looks like the giant bar, and people sit and take in the view.
Now, as you can hear in the background, I was really speculating on what this sort of place was used for, and my son actually got it right. It really is a motel. Obviously, he zoomed around and saw that other floor where it had all the, like the, I don't know what you call them, apartment rooms or hotel rooms.
Don't touch anything.
They also had their own balcony, and they also had an absolutely spectacular view of the whole area of the Adriatic. So here we are continuing on, and I'll leave you with the speculations and me talking nonsense live as we're walking around.
Quiet. Shit. Somehow that does not look safe down there. So this is basically a typical room, apartment room. This is the very last one. So if you're looking at the drone, this one would be on the far right from where the drone was facing this balcony and bar area. It is a magnificent view. You probably can't see through the foliage here, and it is overcast in the distance. What the story is with this? Maybe no customers came. Is that you? Ghosts. It's a shame. It seems like a really interesting building. This is the left of the spiral staircase to bring you downstairs from where what appears to be the bar area or the kitchen or the dining area. That's all collapsed. So you've got to basically jump through a window. Not particularly this window, but yeah. And whoever this guy is left his mark. Interesting. And this is where you've got to climb out. And if you're not the youngest guy in town, you're going to find it pretty hard. But anyway, here we go.
So here we are nearing the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. It was absolute ball to come to this location. It really was by chance that we found it, and then once we did, I did some research, and sure enough, as I mentioned right at the start of this video, you can actually look this up on Google Maps, and you can actually go to Street View, I believe, and you'll see exactly where we were. It was a lot of fun. My son really enjoyed it. I did too, obviously. It gave me the opportunity to give the drone a bit of a fly to practice my skills. And as you can see, my son went everywhere. I lost him for a good hour before we connected. He seems to know every little rabbit hole to go into, whereas I'm a bit slow, a bit old, and I'll leave that running around to him. Nonetheless, if you did enjoy the video, please hit that like key or that thumbs up button, and please subscribe. Subscribe doesn't cost you 1 cent, and it really helps out the channel immensely. But once again, most importantly, stay safe, commute safe, and have a great day.